Have you ever stopped to think that you might be living in a crucial moment of your life and not even realize it? Something inside you knows that something bigger is about to happen, but you don't yet know exactly what. What do you need to know now, before it's too late? Have you ever felt stuck, as if you were trying to move forward, but something was always pulling you back? It's a strange feeling, isn't it? A sense that, no matter how hard you try, there's still something stopping you from reaching what you desire the most. And the worst part is, many times, you don't even know exactly what is holding you back. But, right now, you are at the turning point. Today could be the day everything changes for you. But for that to happen, you need to understand something crucial. There is something you still haven't seen, something that could be the key to freeing you from this invisible prison. Stay with me, because I'm going to tell you what you need to know before it's too late. Now, imagine you're walking down a dark hallway, where each step you take feels heavier than the last. You try to move forward, but the feeling that you're stuck in this place doesn't leave you. It's as if, no matter how hard you try, there's always something missing. Sometimes, it's the lack of time, other times it's insecurity that stops you from making that decision that could change everything. It might be the fear of failure, or even the pressure from external expectations telling you what you should be or achieve. What you may not realize is that these barriers aren't just outside you, but within you as well. Something you can't see, but that directly influences your choices and actions. You might not see it now, but there's an invisible force working against you, and maybe you don't even know it exists. Every doubt, every negative thought, every procrastinated action, all of this keeps you in a comfortable, yet stagnant place. Do you feel like, no matter how hard you try, you can't break free from this cycle? Like you're fighting against a current that pulls you back every time you try to move forward? The truth is, as long as you don't identify this force and understand what's at stake, you'll remain stuck, unable to reach what you truly desire. But there's good news, the solution is within your reach, and that's exactly what we need to talk about now. Now, imagine that, even amidst this silent struggle, there's a greater force working in your favor. Something you might not have noticed, but that has always been present, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. It's not something external, nor a magical solution coming from the outside. It's an energy, a presence, something within you that has manifested in crucial moments of your life, whenever you were about to give up or take a step back. This something is your ability to resist, to reinvent yourself, to overcome. It might seem invisible, but it works in silence, building bridges while you focus on the barriers. Every time you've overcome an obstacle, when you found strength to keep going, even without knowing what was ahead, it was this force guiding your steps. Maybe you call it intuition, an inner strength, an inexplicable motivation, but it's real, and it's inside of you, waiting to be recognized. But for this force to fully manifest, you need to act, you need to accept that it's there and collaborate with it. It won't impose itself on you, but if you take the first step, it will strengthen and guide you more clearly. Maybe you've experienced this before, maybe you felt a small spark of inspiration, a push that made you continue. This is the presence you need to learn to recognize, because it holds the key to changing everything. And now, are you ready to listen to what it has to say? As time passes, the pressure increases. The situation is no longer comfortable, and the path that once seemed clear now turns into a maze of uncertainties. With every step you take, it feels like the road gets harder, longer. That inner strength you started to recognize now feels distant, as if it's being drowned out by everything you're facing. You feel it, don't you? That invisible wall rising higher in front of you, blocking your vision and your progress. It's as if there's a barrier between you and everything you want, between you and the life you've always dreamed of. And the worst part, you know it's there, but you can't see how to break through it. Fear, doubts, and the limitations of the past seem to gain a new force, a more powerful, more challenging one. But amidst this internal battle, the key to the solution is still within your reach. Imagine, for a moment, that this barrier is not as solid as it seems. Perhaps it's more flexible than you imagine, maybe it just needs a shift in perspective to be broken. But the truth is, you can't break through alone. What you need now is no longer just a desire to move forward, but a conscious decision to break free from what holds you back. Every time you hesitate, that wall becomes taller, harder to overcome. But if you choose to believe that something greater is by your side, something working to open the doors, that wall will begin to give way. What you need to do now is simple, but not easy. You need to act, you need to trust that this invisible force will help you overcome this obstacle. It's ready, but it depends on you to make the first move. What are you going to do now? Will you continue allowing fear and doubt to paralyze you, or will you trust that you're closer than you think to crossing that barrier and achieving what you desire? This is the turning point, the moment when everything changes. Life has brought you here, and now, it's time to decide, will you stay in the safety of what you already know, or will you step into the uncertainty of the new? No matter how much you've planned, dreamed, or desired, true change only happens when you decide to act. It might be terrifying to think about the possibility of failure, of facing the unknown. But the truth is, without that decision, you'll keep walking in circles, stuck in what no longer serves you. There's no more time to hesitate. The future you long for is in front of you, but you can only reach it if you're willing to make that decision now. Think carefully, what is really holding you back? Doubt? The fear of failure? Or perhaps, the lack of self-confidence? That's normal. Everyone faces this moment. But what separates those who conquer their lives from those who remain stagnant is the ability to make the decision to move forward, even without all the answers. Imagine, for a moment, that you've already made that decision. Imagine that you've already overcome the fear and taken the necessary step to change. How would you feel now? The relief, the excitement, the confidence that you're on the right path. The only obstacle between you and that feeling is what you decide to do right now. The choice is in your hands now. What will you decide? Will you stay where you are, or will you take the first step towards the change you so desire? The answer is yours, and the future you build from this choice depends entirely on the decision you make now. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you had the courage to act right now, in this exact moment? Maybe for a long time, you've put off what you knew you had to do, or who you knew you had to become. But now, the only thing that truly matters is the decision to act. Because change doesn't happen when everything seems perfect, and certainly not when everything is clear and guaranteed. It happens when you have the courage to take the first step in the dark, without knowing what's ahead. I know that fear may still be there, trying to paralyze you, making you doubt yourself, telling you that you're not ready. But let me tell you something, you are more prepared than you think. All you need to do is allow yourself to take that step. The truth is, often what you fear the most is exactly what will set you free. What you avoid the most is what will take you to the next level. Don't be afraid of the discomfort that comes with change, because it's that discomfort that will transform you. The future you dream of is not far, it's waiting for you. Don't wait any longer, because time will not wait. What you decide now is what will shape your entire tomorrow. Remember, the next step may seem small, but it carries the power to transform everything. And when you look back, you'll see that what seemed impossible was just a temporary obstacle that you overcame. What you have ahead of you is not just an opportunity, it's a chance to live the life you've always wanted. So, what are you going to do? The choice is yours. Transformation starts now.